Hey, good morning, guys. It is Tuesday, June 21st, 10:08 a.m. I started running again today. I'm so happy. It had been almost a week since I had to stop because of the ankle and Achilles pain I was experiencing on both the right and the left. So I decided to stop running just to make sure I didn't hurt myself further, which was a great thing. Because soon into the rest period, around 3 or 4 days, the inflammation started going down and the pain started diminishing. So that's awesome. In the meantime, I bought the bike and I have been riding the bike, albeit not my favorite thing to do, but I have been riding it in the meantime till I healed from the pain that I was going through. This weekend was great. Saturday, I met up with my sister, brother, his wife, and my dad. We went to eat at Tony. No, was it not Tony Ramos? What's that place called? Ruby Tuesday, and I was have a salad bar, which is what I could eat, and they all had whatever because they have a full menu besides the salad bar. And we had a great time. We enjoyed each other's company. I don't see my family often. I live all the way in Broward and they live in Dade. And I don't like to drive a lot. Number one, I don't like emitting all that fumes from the car and spending all the gas and feeding the system that should be eliminated altogether. So the least amount of driving I do, the better. I prefer walking, biking, and just not driving a car. But anyway, get back to the point. We had a wonderful time. Had been a while since we had been together. We talk a lot on the phone, and but don't see each other often. Um, the run today, I didn't go as far as I usually go. I didn't want to overkill myself and start back on getting injured again. So I did 4 miles instead of my usual 5 3/4 miles. Still did great timing. Didn't buy super duper expensive shoes. I don't believe in also feeding the system by purchasing the most expensive stuff because it's a brand name, which means absolutely nothing to me. I usually go with the generic brands. Like originally I went to try on the Vibram, so I was going to see, they say running with that is supposed to be great because it's the closest thing to running barefoot, which is supposed to be good for you. Man, I tried like 5 6 different pair. None of them fit right, and it felt funny. It's like you have to try to get your toes in, and the last two toes are just wouldn't, because they're kind of like, you know, little curve like that, and it's just painful. And I'm like, there's no way I'm forking out $100 for shoes that I have to get used to, and it hurt this much. So I said, yeah, walked the Payless, bought myself a pair of Champion running shoes for $39 or something like that, and I was able to get myself a pair of flip flop, and I spent 50 something dollars where I would have just bought that one pair of Vibram, and it's like no. I try to be as frugal as I can. I'm not cheap, but I'm not going to throw my money around like that and feed a system that I said should be torn down in the first place. Uh, had a couple of rough days as far as feeling a little lonely, even though I was with people this weekend. I met up with my Facebook friend. We had to postpone it from Saturday to Sunday because Saturday evening it started to really pour hard. And originally she was going to come to check out my gardens. It was pouring, so it's like, how can she check out my garden when it's pouring? So we made it for Sunday, and she came by Sunday around 5, and we had a great time. Showed her the garden. I bought some nibbling, vegetables and salsa and guacamole and stuff like that, and dipped with carrots and broccoli, and obviously all stuff that's raw and natural. And then I bought a couple of bottles of wine because, you know, I thought it'd be the right thing to do. She enjoys drinking wine. Oh gosh, though, with me, I know for now I cannot drink again. I guess because it's been so long since I've partaken in drinking alcohol. I think I may be, since the time I've been raw vegan, I've probably had 3 times that I've drank like a glass of wine just to complement the dinner that I was making or something like that. But I always would get some sort of really weird reaction. There was one time that I started getting a slight bit of shortness of breath with it. Well, Sunday night when she left, all of a sudden I started getting almost like an asthma attack. I think I've become allergic to alcohol. Alcohol is an extreme irritant, and it's also a nervous system depressant. So I guess because I am so clean and I don't have all the mucus in the intestines that most people have from eating the crap, it just like really got to me. I had like almost 3 glasses that night. We were having a great time. Conversation was beautiful, laughing, enjoying each other's company, and got away with just, you know how it goes when you're conversing and you're drinking and not really realizing, hey, this is wine, it's not water or coconut water that you're used to drinking. Oh God. When she left, it just like boom, it hit me, and all of a sudden I couldn't breathe. It's almost like I was having an asthma anxiety attack. And I was asthmatic as a kid, and I outgrew it. So I don't know that this whole process of cleaning myself has made me so clean that now certain ingredients, like I know sulfite, I'm very allergic to. I start getting a lot of joint pains and inflammation. I also, that night, I wasn't able to breathe, and I started noticing, and I can still see it right here. See that little bit of inflammation that's taking place? And I had a hard time sleeping. The next morning I went to the bathroom, I had diarrhea and the whole 9 yards. So needless to say, I will not be touching wine again, or any alcohol for that matter. I don't need it. I mean, I feel excellent. Just eating fruit makes me high. I mean, you want high? Eat a bunch of fruit and watch the energy, the exhilarating feeling, and that euphoria that you're going to feel. There's just no other feeling like it. You know? So it's like when you put stuff that doesn't belong there, your body's going to tell you. Thing is, most people are just so toxic that they don't know any better. And that's another reason I stopped taking tea. You know, I don't want any more synthetics in my body. You know, most people say, I had a comment in one of these beef heads thing that I joined, trans men that take testosterone, they're into bodybuilding. And one of the reasons I joined the group is to share my experience that I had stopped taking tea, and that you can't stop taking tea because there's a misconception that you can't, that you're going to get osteoporosis and all this stuff. Well, no. See, people understood the reason for osteoporosis, and you would realize that not having sex hormones come from your testicles or your ovaries is not going to cause you to have osteoporosis. Osteoporosis is caused from the demineralization in your bones, from lack of proper nutrition, from acidosis in your blood that is caused by all the acidic foods that you're introducing to your system, i.e. beef, chicken, turkey, dairy products, alcohol. All these processed food creates acidosis in your bloodstream. When you have acidosis in your bloodstream, your body, which is always trying to create homeostasis, which means balance, will go into the area where it has certain minerals that will buffer the acidity. And where do you think that area is? Your bones. So why do you think Americans, with as much calcium that they fortify their milk, their cottage cheese, and their cereals and everything, why do you think we're one of the top-notch countries that have osteoporosis when we do all these calcium fortified things? Is because we're acidic, and that is why we get cancer. The hormones do have an important role in your body, but just because you have no ovaries or just because you're not injecting any hormones doesn't mean that your body's going to fall apart. Your body will fall apart if you're not giving your body what it needs. And if you eat a healthy, raw, vegan lifestyle, low fat, because low fat is the key, that fat will sabotage the receptor cells and will not allow you to fully absorb the nutrients that you need, then you get yourself into trouble. But if you are a low fat, and the key here is low fat, raw vegan, and you exercise, and you meditate, and you sleep 9 to 10 hours a day, and you take 30 minutes of sun, and you engage yourself in gardening so that you become one with Mother Earth, and you're receiving that energy that you need, and you work on your anger, and you work on your fears, and you develop a strong network of loving people that you could create that bond and that energy with, then let me tell you, health is yours for the taking. But if you're going to continue to administer all sorts of synthetic stuff in your body, then I'm sorry, you're going to see disease. I've got like 30 seconds left. Anyway, guys, love you. Remember to love yourselves too. Great weekend. I was a little down in the dump the past couple of days because, again, the missing thing back and forth, but it's just part of my growth and part of me evolving as an individual. Have a great day. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.